Well, Gary, 4-1 win at home to Crusaders. What do you make of the performance?
Yeah, superb. We obviously came out of the traps really, really fast there tonight. You know, that's what we said we wanted to do. The build-up obviously was a bit disrupted with Tiernan not being here. Like, I mean, he plays such a pivotal role in everything that we do, and his preparations is meticulous. So we were lucky in a sense now that the work was sort of already done in advance of the day, and that they only missed yesterday and today, unfortunately, with not being well. But the start out there blew them away. It blew them away, and that, like, I mean, we got raced into a 3-0 start. And then it was a case of managing the game there afterwards, making sure we kept on doing the right things, kept working hard and matching the work rate. And it's a long way to go, but you know, we're in there. We're disappointed. Actually, do you mean that we conceded a goal? We're disappointed with a goal that we conceded right there at the death. It was avoidable, but listen, we're taking a 4-1 win at the start of the night.
You said there as well about the quick start. That alongside the result, how important was that given last week?
Yeah, it was important to show like the car out there and bouncing back, and we talked about that when we got in the Monday morning. We sat around and we basically said we want to right that wrong. You know, I don't think 4-0 game was why the game sort of panned out. You know, but it hurt. It stung a little bit. Like, I mean, after the run of games and run of results that we've been on, so yeah, it hurt. But I think there tonight the boys showed exactly the card that you got to show. You know what I mean? Whenever you want to compete and you want to challenge at the top end of this table, you have to go in and show that resilience to come back.
And Leroy Miller, Paul O'Neill and Lee Bonus were all on the score sheet. What have you made of their form recently as a trio?
Listen, the boys have been fantastic. You know, obviously Lee came in at the end of last year and made an instant impact with the goals and his running power and his strength. You know, and we've added to that because Paul's very, very similar to Lee. Like, I mean, in terms of he's a physical specimen. Like, he's a big, strong boy. He never gives you a second's rest, and then he's got real quality in his finishing. Leroy just sets the tone for everything that we do at the football club now. He's come in. He's the fittest. He runs the furthest. He's the strongest. He lives the cleanest lifestyle. Like, I mean, and he's exactly the role model you want to have for any young footballer. You look at Leroy and you think to yourself, if you want to really maximise what you're capable of doing, then look at him and that there, and if you stick to what he does most days now, which is not easy, you won't go far wrong.
And the side looked particularly dangerous on counter-attack in the first half. Is that something that was identified before the game, or is it just something that the way it played out?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the Crews are the most dangerous team in the league on stats. They put the ball into your box the most, which means they have to commit numbers going forward. You know, in that, you know, it opens itself up to quick transitions and getting in behind them on counter-attacks. You know, and that's again something the manager laid out to the boys at the start of the week. Something Seamus worked very, very hard on in training, like you mean, and myself and different ones. And lucky enough for us, well, the game plan worked and we got the joy from it.
And the only real point of contention in the game was the penalty call. What was your take on that?
I never seen it. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, listen, it's one of them ones. If it goes against you, Natty, you're probably not happy. Do you know what I mean? You probably think it is. I think the lad Rory McKeown gets there first, toes it past him, sort of spins to get away from it. Like, you mean, and there was minimal contact. You know what I mean? That was my take on it. Stephen will say something completely different. You know what I mean? But my take on it was, if you got a penalty against that when the ball's already miles out of play, I think it would be very harsh. You know. But yeah, listen, sometimes not there. You need them wee breaks to go your way, and it went our way tonight.
And winning at half-time 4-0 up, ultimately did concede the goal, but was the message at half-time just ultimately see the game out? No,
it's never how we set up. I don't think we're built that way. Like, I mean, yes, you have to manage a game at certain moments in the game. You got to manage it, but our thing, we do want to be on the front foot. We do want to take the game to him. I suppose it's really difficult at 4-0 and that. Like, you mean, it's hard not to sort of sit into that one and protect what you have a little bit. You know, you don't want to be open up too much out there and give them anything to feed on. And the fact they scores with the last kick is bitterly disappointing, yes, but they never really had any other chances other than that. Like, you mean, right at the very end.
And Dungannon up next. What are you expecting there?
Another tough game. A very, very good football inside. They play lovely football, so they do. You know, results maybe don't marry up with how good a team they actually are this year. You know, I know Dixie, he's well organised. He likes his team to play and that there, and we want to play. So it should be a good spectacle on the eye. Like, you mean, about two teams who want to play. But we're going to go down there. We'll regroup. We'll get organised again this week, and we'll go down there and try and try to get a result and 3 points.
Thank you.